Hi, this is Carolyn, and I wanted to talk to you about something really important. My guide has talked to me so often about the problem with our food, from contaminated waters to poisonous toxins sprayed on the produce and everything else. So, mother and father and the council and my guide and my son's guide and everybody has broken it down where I have a complete understanding, and I'm going to pass it on to you because it's important that we do things a little bit differently. Farmers, sorry, but you sold out to the darkness. Once you started using Monsanto, you screwed us all over, okay? You damaged the fields, you damaged the seeds, you done did this, okay? So we're moving on now. Okay, so as my guide has explained it, you want to take the extra land that you have in your cities, your towns, and your villages, the extra spaces, maybe you need to break it out so that there's dirt and you want to plant gardens. You want to make sure that your trees have fruit. You also want to set up a system. You want to have a system where you can sell some for some profit, right? But don't make it ridiculously expensive. It needs to be extremely cheap because it's really not yours anyway. Who does it belong to? It belongs to the Divine Mother and Father. So don't get greedy here, okay? The other thing is, so it's not wasted. It needs to be refrigerated. It needs to be frozen. It needs to be cooked. It needs to go out to food banks. It needs to be given to people that don't have any money, like the homeless. The other thing they were talking to me about is the three tiers of homelessness. You have the real mentally done, okay? Either they did drugs, they were born that way, whatever it is, they are never going to fit in society. Okay, they are the ones that kind of have to be looked after. They're dirty. They just don't function properly, right? Okay, then you have the next ones that maybe are having a little bit of problem with drug addiction or whatever, but they do not have a criminal mindset. Okay, and then you have the number one tier, and that's the one of like families displaced because of homelessness, because they lost their job, they couldn't afford the rent, whatever the deal is that's happened to them. Okay, you want to take those people right there, and you want to pay them reasonable wages to help your cities, towns, and villages with the produce. So whether it is packaging it, planting it, passing it out, selling it, whatever it is, you have people that need work. Okay, they got to be checked out. You can't have criminals. You know how mother and father are about the darkness. You cannot have these beings around you. And later on, I'll tell you all about how that works. But for now, you need to take this seriously. France, you know darn well you got some of the best seed in the world. You have made sure that your seed is not contaminated. You might contribute to some of the other countries in this situation. I'm sure some of these cities and towns and villages have a few ducats where they could pay a little money, right, to buy some. Also, you need seed banks. You need seed banks where the seeds are kept where they're clean. You need to make sure the water is clean. In other words, there is a standard that the divine father and mother for humans living in their world, and going to like school, because that's what this is. It's like school. And there is a standard. So they want the quality of care brought up with the produce. This is a warning. You know, so things are coming down the pike, right? And when you talk about food shortages, when you talk about produce that is genetically doesn't even have seeds, it's like it's damaged, right? It's not the way that father and mother intended it to be. So humans have damaged it. It's not acceptable. It will never be acceptable, and those that did that have caused harm. I don't know what kind of harm they've caused, but maybe it's health to other people. Who knows? But that is not to a mother and father's liking at all. They made sure that there was enough food and seeds where it would grow quickly, and B, it would make so much that people would not be hungry. That was the plan when it all came to be. And look what humans have done. Okay, so many have fallen to the darkness because of their stuff, and many more are going to fall to the darkness if they don't get their act together. Okay? So take heed, because it is a warning of what's to come. So you need to act quickly, and you need to set these up, and you need to have a plan. There are people that are capable of making a plan to make this system work. Truly. There are people that can sit there and go, okay, we're going to grow this much potatoes and this much strawberries, and we're going to have lettuce, and we're going to do this and this and this, and we're going to make sure that the free goes to these places, and this helps these individuals, and we're going to sell this much, and all these other calculations that need to be involved. But right now, you need some seed, you need a location, and you need clean water. So this goes out to the whole world. Seed is so important at this time, and it cannot be this like damaged Monsanto chemical laden seed. If you do that and you make the food and you pass it out, you're going to get consequences from father and mother for doing it, because you already know from this, don't do it. And B, you did do it. So now you're going to get consequences for it once you lose your human body. Okay, so behave yourself. Be good. Do the right thing. Time is of the essence. Let's get on it, shall we?